matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Rams will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Falcons offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The option look. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They feed him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
There he goes.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field, but a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Carson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when you catch a big fella.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. They want to throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon where the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So Colorado State's offense will go to work for the first time today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jess, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
The give from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Rams come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Falcons will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. On the run, it's Avant. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rams in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Back to throw, it's Ballard Nicolosi. Caught, close to the marker, it's Winfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And the Rams with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The Rams are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gonna look downfield again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And the Rams trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rams!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. First down and more. Oh, he's got some space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Harris. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Finds a crease at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see guys working up into the 2nd level, getting hats on hats at linebackers and DBs as they try to get involved. This O-line right now really showcasing their physicality.
They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Falcons! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Got enough for the first down and wants more. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Finds a tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's going to let it go. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go in the football, had time. spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Rams come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rams kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the catch.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Rams will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Colorado State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Caught over the middle. It's Roberson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Falcons are rolling down the field. This quarterback part of their running game. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Works the middle of the field. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the Rams line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. He'll do it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Latham.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Goes to the option. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Offense set on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The Rams can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Winfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Rams looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one is perfect. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.